Nobody warns you about the guilt. Not the guilt of doing something wrong. The guilt of doing something right and somehow feeling worse for it. Most conversations about money are about getting more of it. How to earn it, save it, grow it. And when someone finally does, when the income goes up, when the opportunity arrives, when things start to shift, the assumption is that it feels good. And it does, for a moment. Then something quieter moves in. A low, persistent discomfort that's hard to name. A sense that something has been gained and something else has been lost, though you couldn't say exactly what. This feeling doesn't have a common name. It rarely gets talked about. But it's real and it's more widespread than most people admit, even to themselves. Success can feel like a betrayal. For people who grew up around financial struggle, or even just around people who struggled, making money can carry an unexpected weight. Not because success is wrong, but because it creates distance. And distance, even the kind you worked for, can feel like abandonment. You go home and the conversations are the same. The complaints are the same. The ceiling everyone around you has accepted is still there, but you've quietly started to move above it. And instead of feeling proud, you feel guilty for leaving. You didn't mean to leave. You just grew. But growth, when it's not shared, can feel like a quiet form of disloyalty. So some people hold themselves back. Not consciously. They just find reasons to slow down. They downplay what they've earned. They stay smaller than they've become, because staying small feels like staying loyal. The way you learn to see money doesn't update automatically. The beliefs you absorb about money when you're young don't disappear when your circumstances change. They go underground. If you grew up hearing that money is stress, that people with money are different from people like you, that wanting more is greedy, those ideas become part of the architecture of how you see the world. And then you start making real money. And those old beliefs don't congratulate you. They interrogate you. Asterisk, who do you think you are? This won't last. You don't actually deserve this. Something is about to go wrong. Asterisk. It doesn't matter that the beliefs are old. It doesn't matter that the circumstances have changed. The mind runs on what it was taught long after the lesson has expired. So success doesn't feel like arrival. It feels like trespassing. There is a specific grief in changing your life. People talk about what you gain when your financial life improves. They don't talk about what you lose. You lose a version of yourself. The one who knew how to struggle, who understood limitation, who belonged completely to the world they came from. That version of you had a community, had a language, had a place. When you move up, even if you move up slowly, you can find yourself between two worlds. Not poor enough to belong to the old one. Not confident enough to belong to the new one. It's a specific kind of loneliness. And because it sounds like complaining, because it sounds like ingratitude, most people carry it completely alone. The shame compounds. Not only do you feel like you don't belong, you feel ashamed for feeling that way. You tell yourself you should be grateful. And you are. But gratitude and grief can exist at the same time, and pretending one cancels the other out just makes both of them heavier. Spending money can feel like proof of something shameful. There's a particular behavior that shows up in people navigating this quietly. They can afford things, real things, things they used to look at from a distance, and they still can't bring themselves to buy them. Not because of budget, because of something older. Spending feels like evidence. Like if they buy the thing where the thing live in the place, they are making a claim about themselves that can be taken away. That can be laughed at. That will mark them as someone who forgot where they came from. So they live below what they've earned. They hide what they have. They apologize for the upgrade, make it smaller in conversation, deflect when someone notices. It looks like humility from the outside. From the inside, it's protection. The same protection that kept them safe once, now keeping them small. Nobody teaches you how to receive a new life. There are entire industries built around helping people make more money. There is almost nothing built around helping people psychologically survive making it. The assumption is that the hard part is the getting. But for a lot of people, the getting is manageable. It's the having that undoes them. Having means accepting that this is real, that it's yours, that you are allowed to be here. And for someone who spent years operating from scarcity, not just financial scarcity, but the emotional kind, the kind that says people like you don't get things like this, acceptance is the hardest work of all. It doesn't happen in a moment. It happens in small, private ones. A morning where the anxiety is slightly quieter. Purchase made without apology. A conversation where you don't shrink what you've built. Takes longer than anyone tells you, but it happens. If you've felt this, the guilt, the grief, the sense of being between two versions of your life, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you came from somewhere real, and you are moving toward something real. And that journey, for most people, is not a straight line of joy. The shame that follows success is not a signal that you don't deserve it. It's the echo of everywhere you've been. You're allowed to let it grow quieter. You're allowed to stay.